Joined now by Deberoah Roberts, mother of Jeremy Lincoln, who's being honored this weekend. Jeremy, the former football player, unfortunately cannot be here, but certainly, Deberoah, this means a lot to him, and he's going to have a role with the African American Legacy Project going forward.
Yes, he's going to, for the next 2 years, he's going to be the honorary chair for the project going forward. And he's disappointed, heartbroken that he couldn't be here today.
But this kind of works out a little bit better, because now we're going to talk to Mom, and Mom can brag on Son that maybe a way Son's not going to want to brag on. What does it mean to you and your family for Jeremy to be honored like this?
We're very proud of him, that the Toledo community would think that much of him, of his accomplishments that he's done, not just on the football field, but in the community. So we're very proud and honored that this happened.
Absolutely. Obviously, his football playing days came to an end, but he continues to give back, and he's still very active in the communities.
Yes, we have an annual turkey giveaway. We've been doing it for over 20 years. We have an annual free football camp that we've been doing for over 20 years.
And even though Jeremy doesn't live in Toledo anymore, as you kind of touched on, his impact is still being felt in the Glass City. How important is it for him to give back to Toledo?
Oh, it's very important. Growing up, we talked about, you know, we always give back to home. Never forget where you came from. So that, by him having the free football camp and doing the turkey giveaway, that's his way of doing that.
Now, this weekend, kind of the nature of this is we get to relive some of the glory days of schools that are no longer around, DeVilbiss being one of those. Jeremy, obviously a DeVilbiss grad. How important is it to keep the DeVilbiss Tigers out there and keeping that legacy of DeVilbiss around? Oh,
it's very important. My daughter, when she got ready to go to high school, she was very disappointed because she could not go to DeVilbiss. She ended up going to Bowser. But DeVilbiss made a big impact in this community. DeVilbiss produced a lot of great athletes, so it's very important to keep the name of DeVilbiss in the community.
And I know one thing that I appreciate is the fact that the building is still there, and they're still using the buildings. That is a beautiful building.
Correct.
But to keep that around, and so the next generation, it's not DeVilbiss anymore, but it's still that building.
Correct. I mean, and the alumni in the Toledo area, they still have DeVilbiss reunions, and in fact, coming up in a couple of weeks, they're going to have a big gathering out on the lawn of DeVilbiss.
As the mom, how concerned were you about Jeremy playing football?
I was very concerned, I think, his freshman year or his sophomore year when he got hurt. Then a friend of his came and talked to me, and after that, I was on. So, but he started playing very young. I mean, we used to be behind Start High School back in the day, playing footballs, getting up early on Saturday mornings going to games. So he's been playing since he was, what, 8 or 9.
If it wasn't for sports, what do you think his life would have been like?
I think he still would have been very successful, but the sports just added another edge to it, another area to it. I think he still would have been very successful, probably doing something in communications, but I think he still would have been very successful.
All right, thank you very much. A successful mom talking about her successful son, Deberoah Roberts.